My name's Jessie from the Rockland Public Library. We're going to show you a fun STEM activity today using our favorite fall fruit, which is apples. If you have apples in your backyard, those would be the best. But otherwise, you could get your parents to take you apple picking, or you can get them from the grocery store. And we're going to make today a volcano apple.
Jessie, did you know that humans have been eating apples since the Neolithic period? Some anthropologists have found preserved apple seeds in Switzerland that are over 4,000 years old. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy, Katie!
What do you think people were doing with those seeds? Did you know that the study of growing fruit is called pomology?
The first thing you need to find is your apple. Your apple needs to have a hole in it. I used a knife to cut the top off and then a spoon to dig out a little of the insides. But a much safer option would be to use an apple corer, if you have one, to just make a small hole in the top of the apple.
If you cut out the core of an apple, you're cutting out its carpel. That's its seed pocket. Some fruits have one seed pocket, like an olive or a cherry. Can you think of anything else that has just one seed pocket? How about a plum? How about a plum? Yeah, a plum. A plum has one too. Can you think of any others? But apples have multiple. Can you think of how many there are in an apple? When you cut an apple, you get that star shape because there are 5 carpels in an apple. But each carpel has a different number of seeds inside depending on the kind of apple that it is.
You can use 1 apple, you can use 10 apples, you can use 20 apples. I am going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 apples. The first thing I'm going to do, because I want my volcano to be colorful, is put a little food coloring in each apple. So you can do that with a liquid food coloring, or I have paste food coloring that you can just wipe down on the inside, like this. So I'm using some gel food coloring and some toothpicks to wipe some of this into the insides of the apples. It'd be a lot easier if I had liquid food coloring. So if you have liquid food coloring, use that. All on the inside. Just use your finger. If you got gloves on, that works too. And the next thing I'm going to do is put a little bit of special volcanic powder onto the insides of these apples. Just about as much as you want, really, but probably a good teaspoon in each one, or half a teaspoon. Depends on how big your apple is. Just put some in the bottom of the hole. Now, because I want my apples to be stacked up, I'm going to use toothpicks to stack them up. If you only have 1 apple, that's okay. You can go on to the next step. But I'm going to use these to stick them together to make kind of a statue. Time of year is a great time of year to go apple picking if you can. There's all kinds of apples that are really good in the state of Maine right now. My favorite are Cortland's. Oh. All right. Before this falls apart, we're going to add the last ingredient, which is the special volcanic lava juice, which is really just vinegar. And I'm going to back up because I'm not really sure how much this is going to explode. Are you ready?
Ready!
Whee! Volcanic apples! Look at them go! Rainbow! Ooh, can you see that rainbow? That's pretty cool. Oh, we need a little more over here. And there you have a beautiful rainbow volcanic apple tower. Happy fall, everybody!
baking soda, which is a base, takes a proton, ooh, hi B, takes a proton from the vinegar that's an acid, and it is left behind with water and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is all the bubbles that you have, the carbonation inside of a soda. So when you shake a soda up, you get those bubbles that float to the surface. Just like with this, we get bubbles floating to the surface trying to break out of that apple. Just take some fallen fruit from your backyard and try out this experiment. You can see what colors you can blend together, or how big you can stack your tower, or see, oh, if you add just some dishwashing fluid to it, you can make an even frothier reaction from that.